Mid-conversation with the priestess.
I get hit up for nudist community, but then the conversation goes to my parts, to my breasts, to my genitalia, going to invasive questions about surgery. Several times in nudist spaces, I've had men ask me what was I going to do with my feminine apparatus. And I'm like, that's not a question that you ask anybody. You don't ask a trans person anything about their body. You don't ask anybody about what they're going to do with any part of their body because it's none of your business. That's just disrespectful. And whenever I get invasive questions like that, I just go ahead and block them.
Get the full uncensored video on my Patreon at patreon.com/CWT Priestess. Don't forget to click, like, share, comment, and leave a review. Hit that intro.
What's up, my royal priesthood? It's your girl, Priestess. Welcome to another episode of Conversations with the Priestess. Another nudist vlog, nudist conversation. Of course, I'm still doing the clothes-free living thing. And right now I'm being a naked stoner as we talk. Again, Cali Gas has been getting me through for the last couple of episodes, and I'm happy about it. I'm so happy being naked, being free. And to those who follow my naturist and nudist content, thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you so much for everything that you have just the love that you've shown me. I really appreciate it. Y'all don't know that y'all just mean the world to me. Thank you again so much for your love and support. As I ramble, but yeah, I've had a great week. Things have been well. Creating content and doing what needs to be done for your girl. I've gotten my social media back together as far as the nudist side. I rebuilt my Twitter, Yannick T Nude, back to a authentically non-sexual nude space, and just decided to keep everything separate. However, in rebuilding not just myself as far as my social media, but rebuilding my naturist and nudist content and just going with a specific structure that I have for me has really been working for me. And I love the fact that it works for me. However, I am a part of a website called None Shy, where I can express all sides of me. I use that as a more personal page. And I periodically will share that, but I'm real picky about who I let in. So if you want that alternative content, y'all know where to find that in the show notes and all of that. But for me, I've always been active on social media. That's how I really met a lot of my nudist friends, is through social media, through Hangout Nude initially, and then going on to True Nudist, and using Facebook as a way, using Twitter. Yes, even using Reddit sometimes. I love being a nudist on social media. I may not be able to be out naked in nature due to various circumstances, but I'm still able to at least have some social nudity and go to a couple of resorts when I can. But it's something about being a nudist on social media and partaking in non-sexual nudity and then making art with it that just is such a release, because you're not doing anything sexual, as nudism is not inherently sexual. And if you're new here, remember that being naked is not necessarily sexual. And I love being naked in my transness, and I love showing the world that you can be naked and it not be sexual. Am I an exhibitionist? Yes, I am an exhibitionist in that I make adult content, and I put that in places where people consent to seeing that. I'm not the type of person that goes out and just flash and expose people. That's indecent exposure. No, that's not what nudism is. Nudism is just enjoying everyday life naked, of course, where it is allowed. That check your state laws for concerning public nudity, and if you want to join an organization, do that. I'm considering joining an organization myself, but I'm still working out the details of that. But right now, I'm keeping it my local community and meet as many nudists as I want to. I've gotten back on True Nudist, and again, everything will be in my link tree where you can find things. I I have met other transgender, non-binary nudists as well, which is a joy. And I love to see that representation. I want to see more. And again, if you are a transgender nudist or naturist, please reach out to your girl. If you're a black nudist, reach out to your girl. Let's connect. I love connecting and making community, especially in times like these. However, one thing about being on social media is you're always going to run into the bad apples when you're in nudist social media that tend to blur the lines of exhibitionism. And I try to make sure that I don't do that in my nudist content. While I did make my Yannick T nude more of a personal page where I posted everything, I decided just to keep things separate. But I have my personal spaces where I post everything, different things, and I tailor make it to my audience and to what I want. I separate the two. And if I'm going to post an exhibitionist post on my personal stuff, I will indicate that this is sexual. On the non-sexual stuff, I'll express that is non-sexual. However, regardless of what you may put on your profile in social media nudism, or in nudist social media, stating that you're not stating what you're looking for nudist friends. Again, as I stated before, people don't read, and people have been told that nudism is not about sex. Nudism is not swinger culture. Swinger culture is between couples that choose to invite other couples. This is not hookup culture. Now, if you meet up with the other nudists and y'all end up hitting it off sexual, yes, cool, fine. But take care of that outside of the nudist spectrum. And one thing that I find that happens to me, and I get this from mostly white cisgender men, I get hit up for nudist community, but then the conversation goes to my parts, to my breasts, to my genitalia, going to invasive questions about surgery. Several times in nudist spaces, I've had men ask me, what was I going to do with my feminine apparatus? And I'm like, that's not a question that you ask anybody. You don't ask a trans person anything about their body. You don't ask anybody about what they're going to do with any part of their body because it's none of your business. That's just disrespectful. And whenever I get invasive questions like that, I just go ahead and block them. And I encourage you to do the same thing. That's with anybody. If you're going to comment on the body, just say, hey, great picture. Lovely showcasing your body. Or just say great picture. Because you don't want to come off as flirting with someone. Talk about the scenery. Talk about what a great time they're having. Really examine the picture, And one thing I must recognize, as a transgender woman, I am going to be sexualized just because I'm transgender and I am black. Unfortunately, people don't know how to treat people like humans anymore. And so immediately when I post a new picture, I get instant messages from blank profiles. No one that's really trying to build anything. And it's mostly men. Like, it's annoying. And I know I'm not the only one that's going through these same things, Everybody's going through this, of all genders, and there are multiple people of all backgrounds that do this, but it's mostly cisgender men that I run into. But also, you have some people that are just pick collectors within the nudist spectrum, within the nudist community. They just want to see pictures. They don't post any pictures. If they have any pictures, they're either like several years old or they just stopped posting. And a lot of times I don't I really don't follow those profiles. I really don't. Unless I know you personally and I understand why you're not posting pictures, I'm not going to follow you. You have to have some type of activity. And I understand some people come to nudism for the wrong reasons. A lot of people will hide in nudism as a way to kind of live out the swinger lifestyle because they may have been kicked out of that lifestyle for whatever reason. Or you have some people that use nudism as a way to sexualize the body, which we're all being sexualized enough. Can you just stop it? But then you have some people that are nervous about sharing pictures. I get that. And I encourage you to do it. Now, I respect people's jobs in certain positions and things, but I feel like if you are that worried about your identity, then you may need to look at an alternative concerning an online presence. That's just my opinion, but navigate it however you want to, just as long as you are being safe and protecting yourself, because people steal pictures too. And see, I'm concerned about AI and people's news because we've seen where people have taken news and put people's faces, have fixed and transposed people's faces onto other people's bodies and have caused a ruckus, have harmed people's careers, have harmed people's images because they are just so turned on by nudity. And I get it. I know I'm a fine looking woman, but damn, can you have a conversation with me and not sexualize me and not get sexual when it says I'm not looking for anything sexual? Please be respectful. Like, come on. But overall, being a nudist on social media can be fun. You just have to weed through the bad apples. And, it's fun to connect. And I try not to focus on the creepy because over the last couple of weeks, I have actually made some good connections, have reached out to some people. I've encouraged people to join the nudist sites as well, and just have fun. Now, even though I'm an exhibitionist, and yes, I do adult content on another platform, that doesn't mean I'm always in sexual mode. I'm doing my job. I'm technically working when I post my adult content. And even if I'm doing adult content, I still expect a layer of respect. I don't want to hear your fantasy. Even in the nudist scene, I don't want to hear your fantasy. Let's have a conversation first. Come on now. And that's why I choose to separate the two. But I love being a social media nudist, and I don't police people what they follow in order to follow me as a nudist because I understand that may have a lot of sex workers that are nudists that follow me. They may not have a nudist page because of whatever reason. Now, if you're a nudist and you don't want people who follow porn pages to follow you, I respect that completely. Tailor make your social media how you want to use it. I used to be a little bit judgmental, but I've grown and I'm grateful for growth. So tailor make your social media to however you want to. And I make sure that on my nudist content, I'm not following too many sexual pages. However, I recognize that certain people know me from certain areas and it is what it is. But I respect those who can separate nudism from exhibitionism and the sexual stuff. And that's all that we're asking, you know. That's all that we're asking. Now, on social media, I admire the different styles of home nudism and social nudism that people bring, and they keep it nice and just naturist, none of the extra stuff. And I love art. I love artsy nudity as well. I love it. I love artsy nudity. That that really helps my spirit. Helps my spirit. Now, during the fall, I would like to do some outdoor nude photo shoots in spaces that allow it. That's something that I want to do for myself. I really want to do that. I love just expressing myself. I always have. And I don't regret being a nudist at all. I really enjoy it. So, if you've listened to this podcast and or watching, please share your experience on social media with me and share what you can do, what you would like to see from nudist social media. Let off me free smooches.